And we're back with video 9 in Watercolor Tell-All. Okay, so we're going to jump down here. We've looked at basic watercolor dark to white, basic watercolor granulated replace, and I have basic watercolor pick up and replace. And it's pretty much like the granular one, but it's not going to be quite as granular, but you can pick it up. Now, one of the reasons I did this pickup was so I could get back to white. So see, when I let go of that, I've got a white area that I can paint in. This is not as granular or as dark as the previous one. Okay, oops, I didn't want to do that. Do this again. We get that dark down there. Good. Now, I forgot to show Pickup Stencil 6, which is here. So let's see what the difference would be if I paint with it in the same color. It's adding color, like that. If I change colors, it picks it up, it gives you white, but leaves some yellow. Now the yellow is stronger if you press hard. Then when it picks up, you're going to see more yellow. If you press lightly, you're going to get less yellow and more white. See how that lightened up, but much less light or much less pickup there than Pickup 5, which if you do lightly, see, it picks up a little more and you see the yellow at that point. So there's subtle differences between Pickup Stencil 6 and Pickup Stencil 5. All right, so this was basic watercolor. Let's go back to it. This one, basic watercolor pick up and replace. If we put another color on it without doing pause diffusion, we'll make it darker up there and lighter in color down here. All right, see there, you can see that the white or the yellow picked up everything. So you're probably not going to be able to use these together unless you're just doing something like that, where you want a straight across touch of color. Now, the next one is basic watercolor test. And if we go back over here, and let's just put it down strong first to see what's going to go on with it. Oops. And it's wetter than some of the others. And again, it is a pickup, replace type brush. So you have to do the pause diffusion or the pause diffusion picks up more paint than without. But it picks up all the color again. So it's just not going to work with two things. And I may change some of that. I don't know. I'll look at that before I give them out, because that's several with the same sort of effect. The next basic, that's a tester, is what I did. And that is the last of the basic. So let's go back up here, and we're going to go next with this grainy, runny, flat CE. Now the CE means color expression. Color expression means that with light pressure, you get the yellow, and with heavy pressure, you get the blue. So if I started with light pressure up here, I'm going to get that gold color. And as I increase my pressure, the colors are going to mix together until I get to a solid green. I need to take this up and try to get a little smoother look to it. Okay, let it go. There you go. Now this, again, this is a very beautiful brush. And because it's called grainy, runny flat CE, probably it could be used as a wash, but it has just a little bit of grain in it, which is very nice. If we go, well, positive fusion wouldn't make any difference except if you wanted to put something over the top. So let's put positive fusion on. Why isn't it working? Yeah, that's regular, real watercolor. Oh, I was punching the icon rather than the actual button for positive fusion. I'll get that up, and we'll do the same thing, light gold, and I'm going to start increasing the pressure a little sooner so we get to a darker color. I'll try to go over this and smooth it out a little bit. But as you'll see, the lines don't really show that much. Now we're going to get, let's go, let's take this color and we'll make it red or more orangey. All right, so I'm going to do the reverse now. I'm going to go light down here, which has the sort of yellow, and I'll start increasing my pressure. And you can see I'm getting more of the orange color. And we'll let go with the positive fusion. Ta-da! Now, this brush blends with positive fusion. You'll get a real nice blend like that. So if you've got some sort of flower or leaf or whatever that needs to have this real nice blend, this grainy, runny, flat CE would do it for you. Now, it's saying CE because it's doing two colors, and it's called color expression. The lighter pressure gives you the additional color. Heavier pressure gives you the main color. All right, let's go to the next one down, which is grainy, pretty wash. All right, this is exactly what we think it is. I don't know where I was with the blue. That'll be all right. I can take this and pretty much get a very nice wash that blends in a very even color. See? Now look at all the grain. So it's very grainy. I'm going to go heavier here now. And I'm going to start lightening up. Ta-da! So you can change the way the darkness, the value of the color from pressure. And lighter to darker gives you that nice look. Now let's see again what positive fusion does. We'll put it in dark here. And up. This one gives you a very smooth diffusion. You don't see any lines with it. And I'm going to put in sort of heavy gold here and then begin to lighten up. And we will release positive fusion. And voila. So this one also works well with positive fusion. So that's grainy wash. So we have water CE. Let me go to water. I think we're still in. Let me make sure. Yeah. Okay, so with water, we're still in we're still in the real watercolor as opposed to watercolor. So I'm going to put it in kind of strong and then lighten as we go. Now, you see the paint moving? Do you? Well, what's happening is this paint is set up without pause diffusion. So if you go to the watercolor place, you can click on delay diffusion right there and it won't run. And if your brush is real slow, then I would come and click on delay diffusion, which would keep it from running. Let me show you the difference. Clicking on delay diffusion, I'm going to invert the selection so I can be out here. I think you'll be able to see it better. I'm just going to kind of stay where I am. See how it's not moving until I let go. Okay, now let's go back and undo delay diffusion. See it diffusing and beginning to run. So this is sort of the way watercolor would work anyway. So I was trying to do something that would give you a live feel. And this is the best I could do, except that it really will run outside of these. It's best to use this with, something you want to have happen as you're painting. So if we switch on this one and go over the top, again, it's pick up and replace water. It doesn't say it, but it is pick up and replace. All right, now if we go to the next water, which is water CE, remember what that stands for? It stands for color expression. That means the light pressure will give me the gold, heavy pressure will give me the blue. So light pressure, heavy pressure, light pressure. So I don't think it's set on CE. Let's see if I messed up and took it out. Let's see, this would be media and not there. We want to come down to color expression. It is not there. So that's why that's not doing as it should. So we're going to bring the color all the way up, the smoothness all the way up, and no expression, and we'll see how that looks. So now let's go. Light. The yellow is there, but it's just hard to see. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll take our size and make it not pressure, just none, so that it doesn't change. It's always going to be the bigger size. So now when we press, see, we get the combination of the two. And as they're bleeding, they're running into each other. See? And it gives you a very wet look. And I need to fix that because it's supposed to be CE. So we will say variant. Cancel. Did I mess up? I did. Reset. Watercolor CE. Let's see if it's working. There we go. It's working. I had not changed to the brush. I was still on the other watercolor. But you can see here that light pressure will give you the orangey color, and then as you increase your pressure, you're going to get the blue and orange mixed, and then finally you'll come up with just the blue. But it's going to give you that kind of runny sort of look. All right, where are we? Oh, we're at 15 minutes. So it's time to go. We'll talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye.